It's 3rd and 3 for Tagovailoa. The pressure is there. The run is on. Hits the deck. Gets the first and fumbles the ball. And it's picked up by Marcus Epps.
And we'll trust you.
They have 5 in the secondary. 3rd down and 7. O'Connell will go underneath. He's got the tight end Mayer. And he's got the first down rumbling on the near side. 3 games. 3rd and 14. Hooper's in motion, the tight end. Underneath they go. There is Renfro. Grabbed by Kohu. Drilled backwards. Got to the 16. You saw the success under 40 for the kicker Carlson. He's now made it 45 consecutive field goals inside 40. Ahmed is in 2nd and 6. Mostert. Look at him. Waddle on the move. 2 into the air. Nice looking catch. Hill in a thicket. Wilson on the move. Tagovailoa. Nice catch. Here goes Hill. Kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Tyreek Hill. What a throw. And then Hill rockets in for 6.
And Wilson comes in motion. He's going to sit down. That draws the attention of Spillane. So the underneath coverage is up tight. That creates a window. You hit him in stride. Nobody's catching Tyreek. Thus the touchdown coming out the backside.
4 in the secondary. 1st and 10. O'Connell to the air. And he's got... It's Josh Jacobs. Mumford with a block that opens up the door, and he's into Dolphin territory.
One of the things Antonio Pierce told us is he wanted him to be more vocal now that he's the starting quarterback, and that's what he's done.
1st and 10, going deep. Oh, he's got Adams! That is a touchdown! What a throw! T. Adams comes up with a big touchdown reception.
Well, this is just a play fake, and you're working a crossing route all the way across the field, and Robertson tries to fall back into position.
In the middle for the Raiders. It's 1st and 10. Mostert is the back end against the pitch, and he's looking for an Ingle block, and he cuts the corner with Connor Williams. Peters cannot bring him down.
Antonio Pierce is preaching.
Raiders have 6 in the secondary. 3rd down and 8 for Tagovailoa. Throws caught again. There's Hill. Bouncing off bodies. What a move. Lickety split. Down to the 40. Got the starting nod today. 1st down and 10. Tua quickly. Nice grab. Waddle on the move. Tua gets the ball. Ahmed gets the run. Was he held by the face mask? Yep. There's a flag. 3rd quarters are the best scoring for the Dolphins this season.
Foul. Face mask. Defense number 9. Passing into the goal. Automatic.
That they do their damage in the 2nd and 3rd quarters. 3rd and 10. Tagovailoa cross. Ahmed knifing inside the 5. Hit by Spillane. Got to the 3. 4th and 1. Tua. Fake to Mostert. Outside it goes. Hill. He got away from one, but he can't get away. On the outside, right there by Polamalu. The running back is Abdullah. The quarterback is O'Connell. Heavily pressured. Uncatchable. Looking for Tucker. It's incomplete. Touchdown passes both ways. And it's 1st and 10. Out to Waddle. A block right there by Croft. Opens the door. Nice gain of 8. Yet the team is 6 and 3, and 2 with the number 1 quarterback. He laces this one. Caught by Waddle. 39-yard line. Down he goes. Craycraft. Tua. Caught. And here's Waddle again. Into the grasp of Peters. Forced out of bounds. Wilson on the fly. 1st down and 10. And it's caught with the backpedaling grab inside the 15. In the red zone. Let's see. Tua to the air. Ahmed, he's got it. He's got it. Touchdown.
What an incredibly timed play call. Watch the blitz right up the middle. Spillane and Merrick come up the middle. Little peel to the outside. Pick of Divine Diablo after the completion's made.
Picked up 3, 3rd and 4. O'Connell through the air is 10 and 12. Jacobs. Chubb got him. Snared him around the ankle.
And try and get some points.
And Hill is back in, and Mostert gets the call, and there's a block up there. Cotton delivered it. Out of bounds he goes. Armstead the block, and he's got his tight end. And that is a loose ball. Hill had it, we think, and it was recovered on the fumble at the 33-yard line. Grabbed by Diablo on the hit by Hobbs. It is a turnover.
Obviously, you're going to try and pick up the first down here, and they got a timeout if they want. But
they got 2 timeouts, 3rd and 7, and that is incomplete. Kohu was all over Devontae Adams. 47-yard field goal try by Daniel Carlson. High snap, put down, and you can book it. And it's a 1-point game with 5 seconds to go. -6 for the season. The Dolphins. 1st and 10. Fake to Mostert. Blocked by Cotton. Going deep for Waddle and picked off. It's intercepted on the play by Polamalu. Third and 1. Jacobs the call. Grabbed. And he was hit initially in there by Wilkins, who would not let go.
That sounds about right.
2nd down 8. Blocked by Jackson, going deep. Oh, he's got a wide open Tyreek Hill, who dances and out of bounds. Take the Mostert again. Hill again.
Into some of the other top defensive linemen.
3rd down 7. Here goes Tua, chased on the play and incomplete to Wilson, who is covered by Jacorian Bennett. 50-yard field goal, and he misses wide left. Illuminor the block. The throw by O'Connell. It's picked off, intercepted. Ramsey's got it.
Well, a huge difference in the fact he's coming off of an ACL.
3rd and 2, Waddle, 1st down. And then tackled by Merrick. 19-yard catch and run.
Gonna play, and he does everything for this defense.
Ahmed back there, 3rd and 7. Tunga Bailoa, low, Waddle, no, bouncing, incomplete. This is in his wheelhouse, as evidenced by that kick. 17-13, Dolphins by 4.
High-powered offense.
3 tight ends, 3rd down 1. Jacobs, the flea flicker, back to O'Connell, going deep, and he's got Adams. With Ramsey and him stride for stride. Plays of 20 yards or more in the NFL and back of the Lions. 2nd down 6. Blocked by Ahmed and a throw downfield, and who else? Wearing Trent Green's number 10. It's Tyreek Hill with a foot injury that just kind of popped up. 2nd and 8 for Tunga Bailoa. Good catch. Wilson wrestled down.
Phenomenal catch by Wilson.
Tua is over 300 passing yards. 1st and 10. He'll add to it here with an in-goal play. Reed's got a beat on him. Little short and incomplete, looking for in-goal. 51-yard field goal try. And he's going to get this one right down the middle. Aiden O'Connell with a 2nd down and 10. Mumford the block at the right tackle and outside to Jacobs, and Kohu is there. It looked like he may have he did get the 1st down. Aiden O'Connell, Mumford the block. It's caught and shy at the 30. O'Connell moving up, going long and incomplete at the goal line for Jacoby Myers. Tua with 3:19 through the air. Mostert trying to gouge his way with a flag thrown as he got to the 40.
Holding. Offense number 72. 10-yard lead. Repeat, 2nd down.
That's Armstead. For Tunga Bailoa. Outside for Mostert. He needs the 41. Grabbed by Spillane. Whacked on the play by Polamalu. Jacobs a block. O'Connell to the sideline. Caught with the flag thrown. This is Myers up the sideline. And then whacked from behind by Phillips.
Not having much success here in the 2nd half, so.
2nd down and 6. On the cross. Oh, the hurdle. Renfro keeps his balance. Look at him fly. Breaking one tackle after another. Inside the 30. And Ramsey's on Myers. 4th and 6. Here comes the pressure. Grabbed, thrown, intercepted. Phillips on the big hit by Chris Christian Wilkins. The Dolphin defense does it. Phillips got his first ever NFL interception. Mostert will thrash his way. Tagovailoa being chased and throws it away.
Down if they're able to get him to jump.
And there's a penalty on Miami.
False start. Offense number 58. 5-yard penalty. Go for it.
And you don't have anything to lose
Right.
there. If you can get
No.
the defense to jump, then game's over.
First down and 10. And there's a catch made by Tucker. O'Connell is 23 of 38. Parham the block and downfield. They got Adams, and he gets out of bounds. Second down and 10. Good time. Going deep, looking for Tucker. Intercepted. Another one for Ramsey. Another interception. Sealing the game for the Dolphins.
And Jalen Ramsey just had his Jerry Maguire moment. He stayed down, and then after he gets up and he gets the crowd going, he gets everybody going, he gets the cheering going. What a game for Jalen Ramsey.